Hello everyone, it's Jeff Banks and what Unblock Yourself. Good to see you, all my good peoples. Hey, I got a bow tie on today. And today I wanted to talk about being in the body. Now, our spirit or our inner being is so intricate, so special. It's interdimensional, and it's not only in this physical body, because if I close my mouth and I close my eyes and I start to think to myself, on the inside of me, you on the outside would not get the rest of this podcast. On the inside though, I could hear everything I'm saying. Now you couldn't, but I could. And that means we can actually turn off the physical. Now we're non-physical beings in this physical flesh, in this physical form. And today I just wanted to really talk about, being in that physical form, taking care of it. We're unblocking the body today. Now, the way you unblock the body is to put things in it that it can use to grow. If you're not growing, this is what I always teach my kids. If you're like this, you're not growing. If you're like this, you're definitely not growing. Unless you're doing this, at some point, if you're not growing, you're dying. If you're not growing, you're not living. Living is to grow. If you're not gaining experiences, you're not growing. And the way we gain experience is to have them. And as we have them, they make our inner being, the non-physical side of us, collects data. And as it collects data, it knows how to appropriately control this flesh. And one of the bad things that happens to us is that we form bad habits. And bad habits forms bad behaviors, which makes bad actions come about. So what I mean by this, if I just said, you know what, I don't want to clean my room anymore, and my room just starts piling up with dirty clothes and, underwear hanging from the ceiling and dirty socks all over the place. After a while, it starts to smell and, it's unlivable. Papers everywhere, trash everywhere. And you can't even live in it anymore. Because I just decided to form a habit, which my behavior says, you know what? You're not going to do it. My mind is saying, I'm not going to do it. But my body is also saying, you're not going to do it. And then that leads to the action of not doing it, not cleaning. And same as with our bodies. Let's say if you say, you know what, I don't have time to take a bath today. I just won't do it. And then the next day, you know what, I really don't feel like taking a bath. I just won't do it. After a while, it's noticeable. That habit that you formed is starting to influence your behavior, and your behaviors is saying, that's it. You're not doing it. And then your actions that you take or not take are because of that. Now, our non-physical influences, that's where the habits are formed. The action part to it is where the flesh comes in, and, even muscle memory. A lot of times I tell the kids this, a lot of times I'll back out of the garage, and as soon as I get to the end of the driveway, did I let the garage door up down? Because as soon as I'm backing up, I'm like this and turning it off. letting the garage door back down. If I do it so much, my brain turns off. It doesn't even think anymore. It just, my arm does that. I'm supposed to do this next. And it does it. So the non-physical is really just train the physical to do certain things at certain times. Now, routines are great. Habits are great. Behaviors are great. Your actions come from each one of those. But if they're not in a good place, if they're not coming from something that's going to make you successful, you're going to find a decline. Going to the gym, we're building up muscles. As we start to build muscles, we build confidence on the inside of. So on the inside, we're feeling great. On the outside, we're looking and feeling great. Just like putting clothes on the body is the clothes for your non-physical. The physical is the clothes for the non-physical. You want to make sure that looks good. If the clothes on the body are all old and dirty and smelly, that's going to do something to the non-physical, your mind. So we can actually create, yesterday I was talking about projection. If we perceive ourselves as successful, we can start dressing appropriately. Not only dressing appropriately on the physical, but in the non-physical, we can address that too. This is what holistic fitness is all about. Exercising the mind, the body, and the spirit, the finances, and the social interactions that be to get bigger, to get better, to flex those muscles, unblocking those things so we can have an successful day. So you guys continue to crush this week, because I see you out there. I see you doing good out there. Keep it up. All right. This is from the studio. Love you.